labeling within the online grocery store. To get to this labeling tab, I've already created an experiment and created a condition within that experiment. And I'm in this labeling tab while setting up my experiment. So the first and perhaps easiest way to add labels to your store is to use our Healthy Stars algorithm. So this is an algorithm that we have pre-programmed and it's available on our FAQ page. And it just rates foods from 0 to 3 stars based on how healthy they are. So let's have a look at how that looks in the store. Again, I'm putting in my ID. And I can see that some foods are rated 3 stars, and when I mouse over, I get a little description of why that might be the case. But if I go to other foods in the store, I see that they are rated 0 stars, and that these stars are not filled up yellow. And there are items in the store as well that might have 1 star or 2 stars as well. So that's sort of the easiest way to label, but it's not very customizable to what you may want to do in your experiment. So there's also a way to add a custom label. So I've created a fake little label here, and I will upload it, call it label. And as you can see, it's automatically appearing just kind of over the picture of the food, which in all likelihood is not what you want. So let's resize it a little bit there, and now it's appearing in the top left. You can sort of move it around the image as you like. Maybe you would like it in the bottom center. But one of my favorite places to place labels is just below the Add to Cart button. You can put some text in here to have your participants see a little explanation when they mouse over the label. I'll show you what that looks like as a participant. And then we can choose when we want this label to appear. So let's imagine that we wanted this to appear when the protein per serving was greater than 1 gram. I can test the calculation and save it. And then when we go into the store, let's have a look at how this might look to participants. So we can see that most of our produce doesn't have more than 1 gram of protein per serving, but honey mangoes and oranges do. And if I mouse over the label, I can see that description that I wrote there. So that's what labeling looks like if you just want to add one label. And next we'll move to talking about how to include multiple labels in the store. You want to set up a version of the store where you have different labels for different foods. So perhaps the easiest way to imagine this is a traffic light label where some foods receive an orange light, some foods receive a red light. Fresh fruit, you see that a lot of these receive a green light, and that's completely possible to do. So let me show you how. Again, we're in this labeling tab, and I'm going to set up 3 different labels with mutually exclusive conditions. So I've uploaded a picture of a red light, told the program where I want it to be, and said show this if the caloric density is greater than 3. And then I've set up another label called yellow light, where I say if caloric density is less than 3 and greater than 1, then please display this yellow light. And then I'll click add label and we will put in the green light together. So I'm browsing, grabbing the image of the green light, situating it in the same place as all of the other labels. And then I'm going to display this when caloric density is less, gotta remember to insert it. Caloric density is less than 1. I'll test that calculation and save it. And I've forgotten to label my green light condition, so I'm getting an error there. Green light, save. And now, when we go into the store, we see that setup like we wanted, where each food has a different traffic light label. Again, you're not restricted to traffic lights. This is a way to kind of create your own star algorithm or whatever you would like, just allowing different products in the store to have different labels based on formulae.